Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on One Day as a Lion, a story about a guy trying to raise the money for his kid who's going to jail if he doesn't come up with the money. But he's also a hitman who has to kill J.K. Simmons, but he bungles it, and now he needs a second chance. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey, It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, J.K. Simmons owes Frank Grillo's character, who's a mobster, a lot of money. He doesn't want to pay him, so that looks like, what's his name? Khalid is his name? It looks like him. I don't think that's him, though. He looks too thin to be him. But Scott Kahn's kid is the main character, and he's the hitman. He's supposed to kill J.K. Simmons, but he bungles it. Then he somehow tries to get the money from Virginia Madsen, who's dying and is the mother of a waitress. It might be the mother of the kid too. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but it's one of these crime caper things that it's not quite a comedy. Yeah, there's Virginia Madsen with Virginia Madsen, so she's only sort of in it. J.K. Simmons, who's the big kahuna on this movie, and it's April 7th, so I'll play a little bit of it just to get to the credits. So, J.K. Simmons, and there's lots of shootouts and things. I guess it's supposed to be kind of a comedy. Yeah, it looks like... I gotta look this up. I gotta look it up. One Day as a Lion. Okay. One Day as a Lion. We'll look it up. IMD answers all. Okay, One Day as a Lion. Frank Grillo. Yeah, we knew that. Scott Kahn. Oh, he wrote it. Okay. John Schwab is the director. Swab, not Schwab. So Scott Kahn. I couldn't think of his first name. Frank Grillo. Virginia Madsen. Haven't seen her in a while. George Carroll. That's George Carroll, not DJ Khalid, who I thought it was. He sort of looks like him, though. He sort of looks like him, I think. Doesn't he? A little bit? All right. So, yeah. So you got quite a cast here. Frank Grillo, J.K. Simmons, Virginia Madsen, Tanya Manning, Scott Kahn, son of James Kahn, who looks good, by the way. Hey, if you're gonna be a movie star, you gotta look that good. I don't recognize any other names in the movie, but yeah, it looks like your standard sort of crime movie. It's not a drama. It's not really a comedy. It's kind of like it's a crime story. It's an amusing crime story, right? That's what it is. It's kind of an amusing crime story because Scott Kahn needs this money to save his son, so it's good motivation. But like he's a criminal too, so they're all committing crimes, and their crimes kind of over like all on top of each other, and they're kind of screwing each other over, and it's about money and who owns who what, and everybody's a jerk. So in a way, it's kind of like a film noir comedy in that respect, I guess you'd say. But except, at the end, it's probably kind of a positive ending. I can't see it ending like sadly. So first act, Scott Kahn has to raise this money for his son, or he's going to go to prison and probably be eaten alive by the people in there. Maybe we get to see the crime he commits in the beginning of the movie, or we get a flashback of it. He's a criminal too. So it's a family of criminals, and they tell him, well, if you kill this J.K. Simmons guy, we'll give you $100K, and then you could help your son or whatever. So he agrees to do it. Shows up. I guess his girlfriend or his wife runs the diner, and so he's in there, and they try. It tries to kill him, but he does. He gets away. He survives, right? Because he's kind of incompetent, I guess. So the next day he tries to collect the money, but they tell him he's still alive, you idiot. And now he's in the doghouse. Then they try to get the money from Virginia Madsen. But JK is still alive. Frank Grillo is still mad. Virginia Madsen apparently agrees to give them the money. So he's able to help his son, but obviously the bad guys still want him to go commit the crime. Maybe he doesn't need it now. So he's forced to go still kill J.K. Simmons, but J.K. Simmons is a stubborn old man and can't be killed. From there, it gets a little hazy. So I guess they try to force him back into trying to kill J.K. again. And J.K. is resistant, I'll say. And there's a big shootout at the end where I don't see Scott Conn dying, but maybe J.K. Simmons does, but the funniest thing would be that he survives anyway, or that he dies for reasons completely unrelated to Scott Conn and the other gangsters trying to kill him, right? Like he, I don't know, chokes on a chicken wing or something. I think they're going for laughs, but there's not a tremendous amount of laughs in this. It could be very funny. I would have liked to have seen them push the comedy aspect of this a little more. I feel like it should be a comedy, but it's not quite there. Would I see it? It's in my wheelhouse. I like crime stuff, so even if it's not that funny, I do like a lot of the cast. So, I mean, there's kind of an amusing scene where they come to, I don't know, beat him up at a hotel room, and he's in his underwear, and he says to the guy who looks like DJ Khaled, can I get dressed first? And then he starts fighting him anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good title. I love the title, One Day as a Lion. That's a great title. That should probably be, though, a drama, I think. Let's read the write-up. Jackie Powers will stop at nothing to prevent his son from following him to a life of crime. Okay, that's good motivation. With his mob employer in pursuit, a chance encounter with a roadside diner charts a new path. Okay, so the waitress maybe isn't known to him, but she teams up with him to get money out of her dying mother so he could save his son, and he does that, and then I guess he tries to go straight after that, and she's his girlfriend? Maybe? And then there's a scene with him, the waitress, and his son at the end, where the son pulls out a gun, and the DJ Khaled-looking guy aims a gun at them. So I'm not sure what happens at the end. Maybe they all get out of prison, and then the son helps them. But, you know, the downer would be like if the son died at the end, but I don't think that's happening. This feels like a light movie, a light crime movie. Maybe at the end no one dies, or just a bunch of nameless henchmen die, and then because there's a scene where they're at JK's ranch and there's a bunch of bodies lying around. I assume JK shot them all. Or like maybe in the end he tricks the cops to go over to JK's ranch, and JK mistakes them for more mobsters, and then the cops kill him. And then he makes it's something like that, like something stupid that allows him to say he arranged the killing of J.K. Simmons, or now that he's dead, like the mob guy doesn't care. Like the mob guy won't give him his money, but he won't go after him either, kind of thing. I think that's the ending we're headed for. Some sort of negotiated ending between the crime guys. He's out of his life of crime, gets his son back, and goes off in the sunset with the hot waitress. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's not a bad ending, you know. I'm not sure that's where they're going, but seems like a fine movie. I like the cast. Cast seems good. Be interesting to see if Scott Conn can deliver what James Conn used to do, and you know, because James Conn was a pretty good actor, really was, very intense when he wanted to be. So it'd be interesting to see if Scott sort of brings that intensity. He doesn't really need it here. He's got more of the, you know, handsome boy look to him. And he's doing a more comedic role here, but he's a little too good looking for the role, though, I'll say. Yeah, a guy like him shouldn't look this cut. But I understand why you would, no sense not showing off those abs for the ladies to get them to see this movie. So yeah, maybe. And JK's no slouch, of course. He's always good in a role. Would I see it? Sure. I'd go see it. I don't know if I'd go to the movies. Probably just do a VOD thing. Unless I heard it was great, then maybe. Like, I'm hearing great things about John Wick, so I'm kind of leaning towards going to see it if I could catch up and see John Wick 3 and catch up to all the shooting. I don't want to be out of the loop for John Wick 4. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our More Base Take. If you can find a More Base Take, take it. I'll be in Roebling at the Florence Library on Thursday doing my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. No, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow!